in Milwaukee. Two of the best teams in the game square off. The Atlanta Braves and the Milwaukee. I'm John Schaubing. Singing today, of course, will be treated to the sausage race and some really good baseball.
Yeah, these fans love their Brewers, and I love the way they run the show here in Milwaukee. I mean, the fans are into it. They bring it just about every home game, and there's a lot of fun tradition carried on in this ballpark, as you mentioned.
First pitch coming your way next. And on the mound in this one, Shane Drowan. But, Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
Okay, all set to go. Michael Harris the second digs in now. And away we go here in Milwaukee. Drowan, 27 years old, and he was a fifth-round pick in 2020. Outside low,
that's a
ball two. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Laced into left. That's a base hit. Yelich hurries it back in. Runner stops at second, and the first.
Fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
First and second, no outs. Here is Matt Olson. Another solid power season. The lefty, the 1-0. Left field. Can't reach it. This should score at least one. One runs in. Runner around third. Fastball for a strike. Man at second. This one in the air, center field. Mitchell settles under it, brings it in. Here's the Atlanta Braves lineup. Not a team that usually sees a lot of pitches or works a ton of walks, Chris. They take a more aggressive approach than some of the other teams in the league.
They've got some free swingers, don't they? It's a great approach with pitches over the plate, but when the pitcher expands the zone, it just doesn't work. They need to draw more walks to get runners on base.
Baldwin avoids the first pitch for ball one.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
On the ground, and it goes just foul. That's in there. That is strike two. Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. Runner on third after the stolen base, even with the dropped strike three.
Nice job recovering to complete the strikeout at first base right there. Even though the runner from second does move up to third, it's not a big deal in this situation now that there are two outs. Just makes blocking pitches in the dirt to this next batter even more critical.
That's the ball.
And the 1-0. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Late on that fastball.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With two outs, still lock in with a quality at bat. Drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
Struck him out swinging. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this two-run double. It's now a 2-0 ball game. Back here in Milwaukee and going for Atlanta, Tyler Mahle. What do you have on him, Chris?
Boog, you don't always know what to expect with this guy on the mound. There are times he's really good, but that's not always the case. For me, I want to see how aggressive he's going to be out there. We'll see it right away if he's pitching with confidence, and if he is, he should be just fine.
Jackson Chourio up now for the Brewers.
Number 11, Jackson Chourio.
Ball.
The 1-0. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike one. The 1-1. That one fouled off. Lace down the line. This looks like extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he'll make it safely for a leadoff double in the bottom of the first.
Really nice job of two-strike hitting in that at-bat. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Right through there for a strike. Chourio stands at second with no outs. And that one fouled off. The 0-2. Got him swinging. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away. Let's take a look at the Brewers lineup. We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out, a lot of lift and separate, Chris.
Well, we know hitters are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you know, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with two strikes, what looks like a half swing that can get out of the ballpark with a hitter who's got decent pop. He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last two pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Upstairs. That one finds the zone. And now 3-1. Runner at second here, one gone. Rolled over to third, and that's just foul. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Laser to the gap, should score the run. Chorio around third. In comes the run from second.
Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Now here's Jake Bauers. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. Fastball for a strike. One now. That one almost got him.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
The 2-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. One out and a runner at second. That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. Bounces off the wall as he makes the grab. Runner tags and goes to third.
Was able to move the runner up to third on that deep fly to center, but I think this point he wants to get him over and get him in.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. The tying run is in to score from third. It's an RBI single. It's 2-2.
Well, we're starting over again, all tied up. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
2 outs, runner at first. Here comes Christian Yelich. Late swing, foul to the left. First inning going a bit long, 23 pitches to this point. That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. Gone. Straight into the visitors' bullpen. A 2-run homer, and it gives them the lead in the first. It's 4-2.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. That pitch looked like the splitter, but normally doesn't stay that high in the zone. The bottom falls out, at least to bring it around belt level, but that one just stayed up, and with that kind of velocity, it's going to get hit really hard, as it did right there. Well, it's not the inning he was planning on to begin this start, but you've got to find a way to shake things off and give your team some length and put up some zeros.
The ground to third. Throw on to Olsen. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. So they move out in front after a 4-run outburst. We move to the second in Milwaukee. It's the Brewers 4 and the Braves 2. Back here at American Family Field. Now in for the Braves, Mauricio Dubon.
Wood. That missed. That's a ball.
The 1-1. And there's a foul ball. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Beat him inside on that last pitch, and when you look back at the pitch sequence on that strikeout, it's pretty interesting. Away, in, away, and then back in again. Really commanded both sides of the plate right there, and that makes it pretty tough to get comfortable in the box.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul. There's a swing and a miss.
Well, that two-seamer is heat-seeking for right-handed batters. Just runs in on those hands.
The 0-2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
That one not close. Ball 2. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Here's Sean Murphy. Right through there for a strike. Two down, nobody on. Here's a swing and a line drive and a base hit into right field. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
All right.
Lined into right, and that is that. One left for Atlanta. They trail it here 4-2. Bottom half of inning number 2. Leading off, Garrett Mitchell, singing he's never finished the season with more stolen bases in his entire career. Hit in the air, left field. And there's one down.
Batting ninth, the third baseman, number 6, Hamilton.
Here.
Center field. Harris in position. And there's 2 away.
Up next for the Brewers.
Back to the top of the Milwaukee order. Jackson Chorio will hit next. Led off this game with a double.
Oh, that's low. That's a ball. Ha!
Up the middle. Oh, look at the stop. To his knee, the throw. Nicely done for the out.
That was a great job of doing the math. He had the perfect angle, diving stop, completes the play, and that ends the inning.
It's been a long while. I got it on pin, a living bankrolling. I'm my own penny. I've been on 10. I the whole team.
Back here in Milwaukee. So now to the plate for Atlanta. Ronald Acuna Jr.
No, here's a player who hits the ball a mile when he connects. In fact, Acuna is the first player in the StatCast era to hit 10 straight home runs, all traveling more than 420 feet. He's not exactly just clearing the fences out there.
That clips a corner. Ball to strike. The pitch. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. And there's one away.
Up next for Atlanta, the first baseman, Matt Olson.
All right, Chris, when you talk about great logos, the Milwaukee Brewers, the M and the B that form a glove, not everyone even realizes that it's an M and a B with that glove. They started using it in 1978 and have been using it a lot more recently. It's a great logo, Chris.
Yeah, Boog, I remember as a kid, my brother had that ball cap, and I would just kind of borrow it. Some would say steal it, but it was just such a cool-looking logo. I had no idea until years later that that's what was hidden on the inside of it, that M and that B, but very, very cool.
Albies stands in now and watches strike one. Chris, where does this Brewers glove logo rank for you all time?
I'd say for me, it's right there in the top 5. I mean, their logos and everything is sort of your personal experience, but ball caps that we had around the house, Montreal Expos growing up, Milwaukee Brewers, that Philadelphia Philly where the red was a deeper red, more of that burgundy, but those were just iconic logos, and so because of that early impression, they stay in my top 5.
I think it's one of the best all time. An art student at UW Eau Claire created it. It is super creative, and I think one of the better logos we have in the sport. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Up next for Atlanta, the designated hitter, Drake Baldwin.
0-1 now. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance. Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. Braves strand one, still down by a count of 4-2. Back here at American Family Field as we go to the last of the third. Bryce Terang up now for the Brewers.
That's inside. That's a ball.
That missed by a lot, and it's 2-1. Foul ball there. And the 2-2. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Tough game for him so far, Boog. Another hit, and they've just been knocking him around through the first 2+. He's got to get things back on track. Maybe junk a pitch that isn't working, or he might not last much longer.
Flares it into the outfield. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Next for Milwaukee, Jake Bauers. Fly to center his first time. And that's in for a strike. First and second, no outs here in the last half of the third. That clips the zone. No balls, 2 strikes. Movement in the bullpen. Ray Kerr, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Fuentes, the right-hander, also getting loose. The 0-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And that one is downstairs, and the count is 2-2. The 2-2 on the way, and there's a ball. Terang over at second. Contreras on at first with nobody out. And a foul ball. He stays alive. And that'll load the bases.
Very close off the outside corner. Could have easily been called a strike in that location.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Here comes a new arm for the Braves, Didier Fuentes.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute 1 pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
That clips the corner.
The opportunity for a huge inning exists right here. Bases loaded, nobody out. But as a hitter, can't be over anxious. That pitcher's up against the wall. Make him come to you.
That one almost got him.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something. But you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points. Boog, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
Bases loaded, nobody out. Next offering misses down and away.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
And the right-hander's 3-1. Ball four, and a run comes in to score.
No, not what they were looking for from him out of the pen. That'll drive a manager crazy. He wants guys to come in and attack the strike zone.
So bases all loaded up. Now it's Christian Yelich. He's already homered here in this one. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
The 0-1. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Pulls it in on the run. Runners tag up from second and third. He makes it to third. Good base running.
That'll drive your coaching staff nuts. First you try to move up when it didn't roll that far away, but then trying to get back before they throw you out anyway, not going to go in your highlight reel.
And now the 0-1. Hard liner. And the inning is over. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. 3 innings complete. It's the Brewers 6 and the Braves 2. Start of the 4th. Now in for the Braves, Lane Thomas.
Lane Thomas.
Well, a big lead like this is comfortable many times, but not when these two teams are matching up. You got to continue to keep your head down, play catch with that catcher, and just try to move through this lineup. You know, these Braves, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Chop to the left side. Slings to first. That's the first out in the top of the 4th.
Up next for Atlanta, the shortstop, Mauricio Dubon.
And a foul ball. Makes the catch for the second out.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting the line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
So here's Riley now. This one in the air right field, and it gets into the seats. These two offenses can put up runs in a hurry. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Two down, nobody on. Foul ball, still 0-2. See ya. Strikes him out for the second time today. Down in order go the Braves. They still trail it here. It's 6-2. Ready to go, bottom four. Digging in, Garrett Mitchell.
Oh, this guy's just a tremendously talented center fielder. Gold Glove caliber type out there. Offensively, he can do some things, but also has some streakiness as well. I think the key is just trying to find a way for him to be consistent day in and day out. He saves runs in the outfield, so that's going to buy him more time to work things out at the dish.
That one close, ruled a ball. 2 balls, no strikes.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
Swings and misses. 2 balls and a strike.
I think he was a little excited there, saw the fastball, but needed a step ladder to get to that one. He's going to have to tighten it back up if he wants to have a good at bat.
Swing and a line drive and a base hit up the middle. And a good start to the inning.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Number 6, David Hamilton.
What?
Mitchell aboard here at first with nobody out. Quick toss to first.
No,
Mitchell dives back in safely. To the right side. The flip in time.
No.
Got him.
Feel that they weren't overzealous there. Just take the shirt out. Keep the runner out of scoring position.
Back to the top of the order. Now Jackson Chourio. 1 for 2.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get 1 out first. It's going to be tough to get 2 with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
Man at first, 1 away. Now a quick throw to first. Hamilton back in on a dive. And that is out of play. Got him swinging.
Well, that pitch wasn't even close to being a strike, and that just goes to show you how defensive hitters can become when they're up against an 0-2 count. You're just hoping for mistakes somewhere near the zone that you can get the bat to, but right there he was clearly anxious. He was swinging when the ball left the hand.
Ripped on the ground a second. Throw is high and over his head. Now he launches a throw over his head. And he's going to make it up to second base as that's a 2-base error.
That's a dangerous throw for the first baseman to try to handle right there. Exposed him to a potential collision, and we've all seen some of the ugly ones over the years on plays similar to that one. So it's great nothing came out of that other than the throwing error.
High leverage spot, and William Contreras digging in. Now he breaks his bat. And foul ball. Two on, 2 outs. Swing and a ball popped in the air. That is the inning. Brewers strand a couple. They lead it 6-2. Ready now for the fifth inning. Now it's the Atlanta catcher, Sean Murphy. He is very much your typical power hitter. I'd say he falls into the 3 true outcomes category.
Well, we've seen more and more of that lately. The ability to drive the ball to slug is getting heavily favored over any discipline or strikeout concerns. You know, these Braves just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group. And on the mound, you know, confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
Wow, short work to send it packing to start the inning, and no messing around either. All 3 pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way, and that's pretty impressive given the pop he was dealing with at the plate.
Clips the outside corner. Strike 1. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list.
Curveball kind of backed up on him there. I think it just slid out of the hand a little bit too soon.
The Brewers leading by 4, and we're at the top of the 5th. The 1-1 is fouled off. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Handles, throws to first, and the first 2 set down in the top of the 5th.
Up next for Atlanta.
And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
Acuna Jr.
2 outs, base is empty. Ronald Acuna Jr. next up for the Braves. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2. Not even close there. Ball 1.
Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it, so a changeup that stayed a little bit more on plane than what he was anticipating.
2 down, nobody on. On the ground to third. Tosses across to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. It's the Brewers 6 and the Braves 2. Back here in Milwaukee, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Jake Bauers up now for the Brewers.
Bauers.
Well, these Brewers really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in, so I'd say mission accomplished.
And that drops in for a strike. Right side, hard hit. Olsen takes it to the bag, and the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
Up next for the Brewers, the first baseman, Andrew Vaughn.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Here's the 0-2. And that one is lifted in the air. This looks like extra bases. Safely into second. He's got a double.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
Here's Yelich at the dish. He's already homered in this game. Man at second. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That one carrying into the bullpen and gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game. And they add a couple more. It's 8-2.
Well, he put a really nice swing on that one, and everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
Right through there for a strike. In the air, right field. And there are 2 outs.
Up next for the Brewers, the center fielder, number 5.
Up now for Milwaukee, Garrett Mitchell.
Yeehaw!
This one in the air, right field. And that ends the inning. Christian Yelich crushes this one for the Brewers. It's now 8-2. Welcome back. A few highlights to help tell the story of the game.
To my real ill heavyweight hitters, go-getters, 50 ways to make figures. They come on the spot to fail sisters like the hair rail spitters, the kids on the ziggas. When it's ugly, then the club is lovely. Thugs be sipping bubbly to my comrade to keep it flaming high on dangerous blocks, claiming spots where the goal is to be one of the top ranked soldiers. One of the high rollers, get respect in the hood.
Matt Olson getting ready to hit.
The first baseman, Matt Olson.
Swing and a ground ball. 1 pitch and 1 out.
The batter, number 1, second baseman, Ozzie Albies.
Bat can be a little bit of a dance. Strike 1 here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
Now the 0-1. And a foul ball. Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. And they have their first hit since the third inning.
Up next for Atlanta, the designated hitter.
So up next, Drake Baldwin. His home and away splits there. Up the middle, and it's through for a hit. And out to aboard.
Up next for Atlanta, the left fielder, number 20, Lane Thomas.
Ball.
The Braves with a chance to get back into it. And we're the top half of the sixth. Foul ball. Two on, one out.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Ball.
In the dirt. One out. Runners at first and second. That's in there. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Well, he's on a great run of strikeouts and showing excellent control and command, not walking opposing batters. You know, this offense, they've got to find a way to break his rhythm, put the bat on the ball, maybe try to bunt for a base hit, get him off the mound, moving around, step out, something to interrupt his timing because he's coming right after these guys.
2 aboard, 2 outs. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Mauricio Dubon.
Ball low.
The lefty, the 1-0. Fastball for a strike. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Line drive, and this might be trouble. Ozzie flying around third. 1 run is in. Baldwin around third. Relay throw home. He'll score. 2 runs are in, and it's 8-4.
Picks himself up a couple of ribbies. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Shane Drowan gives way. Pretty good effort, and he exits with a lead. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we get back.
Now pitching.
Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Robert Gasser.
Should be a good first matchup for him here. He's been doing a great job against right-handed bats so far this season. They've had a lot of trouble squaring him up.
rip, but it curls foul. Two outs and one in scoring position. On the ground to the left.
Foul.
And it goes just foul. Man on second, 2 down.
That missed. That's the ball.
One, 2 now. Stays alive. Man at second.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Here's a 2-2. That's a ball. Tried the sweeper. Back up the middle and a base hit. Headed for the plate. He'll score. It's 8-5.
Up next for Atlanta, the catcher.
So a man at first. So here's Murphy now. Hit hard on the ground to short. Tosses to first. And that is that. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. It's the Brewers 8 and the Braves 5.
Now pitching for
Back
Atlanta,
now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Ray Kerr. This southpaw's been really good against left-handed hitters.
leading off for the Brewers, the third baseman, number 6, Hamilton.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
Out to short, Dubon. Not in time. He's safe.
Well, that's one of those where you just have to tip your cap because he couldn't have played that one any better. Stood no chance with the speed running down the line.
Here.
Here's a high
And
chopper,
foul.
but it kicks foul. The Braves bullpen has some activity. Bryce Elder, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. Lee, a left-hander, also throwing. Up the middle, flips it, 1 at second. A sensational double play.
He's so good at coming across the bag and snagging it with the bare hand to throw. I like the flair that he brings day in and day out.
Base is empty after the double play. This is Bryce Terang. There's the strike. Two down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the sixth. Nice grab. Nobody left for Milwaukee. They're on top by 3, 8-5.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Brewers,
back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Jacob Mizorowski. 25th appearance of the year for him.
Leading off for the Braves, the center fielder, Michael Harris II.
That's a ball.
Wow, that's 89 on the gun, and it's a changeup. It's like good hitting if you're looking for it, but because of the speed differential between the fastball and that pitch, really hard for a hitter to get on time with it.
Here's a 1-1. And a big swing and a miss. Connect on the curveball, struck him out.
Got away with that curveball, no doubt about it. It passed right through the heart of the strike zone, and he just couldn't get the bat on it. When you strike out on one like that, that's when you start having conversations with yourself, and they're not usually very friendly.
The Brewers leading by 3 here in the top half of inning number 7.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. High fly ball out to left field. Yelich moving under it. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for Atlanta, the first baseman, Matt.
And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at bat to hit.
Hammered down the right side, but foul. Two down, nobody on. No question about this one. It's out of here. Matt Olson goes deep, and they cut into the lead. It's 8-6.
That swing just injected more drama into this one.
We weren't sure it would ever land, and 460 feet later, it finally did, as we get a look at StatCast.
Well, StatCast was invented for home runs just like this one, and he had some ridiculous bat speed on that swing, man. Everything was synced up. The backspin was incredible, and that's why it went a long, long way.
Fastball for a strike. The 0-1. And a strike right through there. That one at triple digits. The 0-2. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Ooh, he missed a mistake right there.
Oh, and 2 now. Got him. That ends the frame. Long ball draws the Braves closer. It's now 8-6. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Dylan Lee.
He's certainly been one of their better relief pitchers this season. The numbers are really solid, so they feel great about handing the ball over to him.
Three, 4, 5 due up for the home team. William Contreras now at the plate. There's a strike.
No need to offer at that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
The 0-1. Ripped in the air, left field, and a touchdown for a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Up next for the Brewers, the right fielder, number 9, James Bauer.
Ball.
The 1-0.
That's the ball.
Lee, in his 4th year, 31 years old, and he was a 10th round pick back in 2016.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top level guy like this.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Ball.
That's too low. Full count now. Contreras gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
Andrew. On now. And the 0-1. Check swing, tried to hold up, now an appeal to first. Did not go. And a 1-1. Not the best swing that time from the first-round pick. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. This one popped up. 2 away.
Up next for the Brewers, the left fielder, number 22, Christian.
And now it'll be Christian Yelich. He's already homered twice, the last one back in the 5th.
Just seems like he can't miss right now, seeing the baseball as well as anyone on the field. Now, I know the odds are against him, but who's going to bet against this guy right now?
That one is absolutely belted. And it one-hops the wall. Rounds third, headed for the plate. The relay, he will score, and they're up by 3.
Big at bat to pad their lead up to 3. A lot of hitters tell themselves, line drive over the infielder's head. That's what I'm trying to do. Just keep that approach simple. And right there, it was perfectly executed. On time with everything, and pulled it into the gap nicely.
That's in for a strike. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just going to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
That's to third. Gets to it with a slide. To first. And that's a great play for the out. Run scoring double for the Brewers this inning. It's now a 9-6 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Brewers,
back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Kyle Harrison.
He's having a ton of success facing left-handed hitters this season, so this seems like a smart move to turn to him with a lefty at the plate.
Stepping in, Drake Baldwin. 1 for 3. And ball 1.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
A little bit high, maybe. Ball 2.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
And that one fouled off. On a line out towards center. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
You got a pitch to handle, put a good swing on it, nice extension, and ripped it into center field. Almost got robbed by the dive. Nice effort, but it just wasn't meant to be this time, and he will take it.
Swings through that one for strike 1. And the lefty with the 0-1. Liner caught it second.
They put a really good swing on that pitch and hit the ball hard. You know, line drives won't always find a hole, but the more you can hit the ball like that with good exit velo, the better off you're going to be in the long run.
1 out, man at first. Now it's the shortstop, Mauricio Dubon. 0-1. Tap foul at the plate. Struck him out looking.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Ball.
Here's a run-scoring opportunity. You definitely got to push something across because it's not going to get any easier. You get to the ninth, you got a lockdown closer ready to come in.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Carrying well. Out of here. Austin Riley goes deep, and they cut into the deficit. They needed that one, Singy.
Indeed they did. They've been fighting to get back into this game, and just like that, they're back in it. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
So 2 down. Sean Murphy next up for the Braves. Going one. Looking to get the tying run on base. In the air, left field, down the line. But it bounces off his glove. And that's a foul ball. The 0-2. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Two down, nobody on. Got him, and that'll do it. Braves pick up 2 on the long ball. It's down to 1 here at 9-8. Back here at American Family Field, here's the center fielder, Garrett Mitchell.
Garrett Mitchell.
No, that's low. Ball.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
Ball to strike. Gets him to chase after that one.
Clearly, he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Oh, great stop. Takes it himself, and he got him. Nicely done at first for the out.
The Brewers, the third baseman, number 6, David Campbell.
Here comes the 0-1. Popped in the air, left field, 2 down.
Up next for the Brewers.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Dylan Lee out of the game, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming up. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching for
On the mound now, Bryce Elder.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
So back to the top of the order. Here's the Brewers DH, Jackson Chourio. 1 for 4 with a double.
Ball, that's down. Hee-haw!
And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Gone in order are the Brewers. They lead it 9-8. Trevor McGill comes out trying to close it out.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
That one in triple digits.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
That one misses, and the count 1-2.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
1-2 here. That one missed. One away. That's a big first out right there, and that changes things.
Yeah, you can kind of see how just the hope and optimism is shrunk a little bit, but they got a couple more outs to work with. They got to find a way to get a runner on and get one around the bases.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Fastball is outside.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, hitters aren't touching it.
Fouled off. He was late. One and two now on Acuna. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The Brewers trying to close out a one-run lead here at the top of the ninth. Now with the shift on, hits right into it. In time to Vaughn. Braves down to their final out.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
So they're down to their final out. And the batter now, Matt Olson. The outfield shifted pretty heavily towards right field.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days. You would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up.
That one fouled off. The Braves down to their final strike. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
This team secures a winning season with the W today, and regardless of what else happens the rest of the way, you know that you're a winning ball club. So a little bit of pressure off, put your foot on the gas, and just see where you can finish from this point on.
And the final here today, 9-8. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.